Greetings and salutations, it is I, Professor Macabro, here again to regale you with another video, yes indeed. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little depressed recently, because, well, part of it because of the heat wave that we're still going through, and also because while I was watching YouTube, a lot of people that I'm subscribed to and some other recommendations, we're going to your Targets and your Walmarts and your Dollar Trees and your Marshalls and your Ross and your TJ Maxx, and they were coming out and showcasing a whole bunch of Halloween stuff in August, and I'm all for that. If I can get Halloween stuff early, bring it on. Unfortunately, a lot of people that were showcasing that stuff was showcasing stuff that they were going, get it before it's gone. This is the new viral item at Dollar Tree or Ross or whatever. And I'm like, oh, stop doing that. Because all they're doing is they're teeing up the scalpers to hoard everything. And then when I would get to cross the border, I would find jack shit. And that makes me sad. Yes, indeed. I hate it when it happens. Because it's not easy to cross the border. It's 2 or 3 hour drive just to cross the border, then to get to the stores. It was quite depressing, but I put on my Salem Town shirt and went to the US, and success! Halloween stuff was indeed found. There was one item in particular that I wanted to get. That was my go-to hunt item, and then some other stuff that I wanted to get for my planned Halloween decor. So, first stop we went to, as I took the Gremlins, was Dollar Tree. And that's the one that I was most depressed about, because everyone was showcasing the really cool vintage metal signs that they were releasing this year. And they had a ghost, which was not there, unfortunately. They had the pumpkin stack, which I really liked. I really wish I would have gotten that one. They had a black cat, which didn't look that good. But the one that I really wanted, the one that I wanted to get, was the skeleton holding the pumpkin and coming out a happy pumpkin. And these are a type of metal signs I really, really wanted, because they remind me of those die-cut paper decorations that you would put when I was young. Yes, indeed. They were the most cheapest, most accessible decoration to put in. They were cardboard, and we put that all over the decoration outside, and they were really cool. And if you took care of them, they lasted a couple of years. I think I have a few of them somewhere. But I really liked the design of this. The skeleton in particular. I like how he's holding the pumpkin, and the pumpkin's like, oh my god! And it's coming out of this thing. And it's a metal standee. It comes with a little stand, so you can place it outside. But my idea, because I have a metal door outside of the house, I can just put some magnets and book, stick this bad boy in there. And I think it's really gonna look really cool. This one cost $7, which is why I didn't get the two. The other one I really wanted to get was the pumpkin, which I'll put a picture of that here. But these days I went to 2 Dollar Trees. The first Dollar Tree had both. The second Dollar Tree had none. And I was really upset that I didn't get the pumpkins. Yes, indeed. But I knew I was going to hit some other stores. And for $7, I was like, I can only pick up one. And I went with the one that I wanted, which was the skeleton. But the pumpkin one, oh man, the pumpkin one looks really, really cool. And I do think that those things are not going to come back in stock. The other one that I wanted to get, this one I've been wanting to get for a while, because it's a design that they've released different versions of. And one year was $5 with a really vintage retro design with different colors. Then it went up to $7 during the whole tariff thing that we went through a couple of years ago. And then they released this design, which I think is different. But I wanted this one, and it's another sign. This one is made out of wood. This one cost $5, and it's a little a witch. It says the witch is in, and it's like a pinup girl holding the witch with a crow and the moon and the pumpkins. And I really wanted this design. Really, really glad I was able to find it. Out of this, they also had a haunted house design. They had a fortune teller design. They had a chop shop with a thing from the Addams Family. And those are the only 4 designs that they had at the Dollar Tree. The first Dollar Tree that I hit. Second Dollar Tree, nothing. They didn't have jack shit. So I'm bummed out that I didn't get the pumpkin one. But I'm glad that I got the witch and the skeleton one. Also, I picked up this one because I saw it was $5, but when I went to the cashier, it costed $7, and I was like, God damn it, that's a little bit more than I wanted to pay for this. But it's this little fairy skeleton in this little, I don't know what you call this thingamajiggy. But I like this one because it's kind of like a Cabinet of Curiosities design. Now, Dollar Tree, a couple of years ago, did sell these things separate. You could get them for $3, I think it was. And they had smaller sizes, and they had this big size without the bat. But can't find those anymore. I can't find. It's been years since I've been able to find this thing. So now they only come out during Halloween. And I wish I could find this thing separate because I could make this. I could buy some Dollar Tree moss. I could buy one of the little skeletons. Buy some fairy lights. And I could build the thing myself. But, you know, it was pretty cool and it lights up. So it has some fairy magic there. Still lingering in its bones. So I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't regret buying it. I just regret paying these $7 for it. Because I thought it was $5. But still thought that was pretty neat. Then what else I picked up? They had these 2 skeletons at the second Dollar Tree that I hit. The first one didn't have these. The second one did. Had a little skeleton cat. And a skeleton dog holding a bone. So I was like, I didn't have a skeleton cat. I didn't have a skeleton dog. So, bought those. Also, this year, they had this little thing. So, they had a pumpkin one. And they had a little bat one. And I already have a pumpkin one and a skull one from previous years. And I also had a ghost one. But that one's like your traditional ghost with the ghosty face. And this one's a little bit more cutesy. But, you know, the gremlins usually like the little cutesy things. So that's why I picked up this one. And it has a very small motion sensitive thing. So if you put batteries in, it'll light up and go like, woo! Spooky! Or something like that. Actually, we need to put some batteries and see what it does. Also picked up this wall cling. They have different designs from previous years that they brought back at both Dollar Trees that I hit. They had the one with the eyes, the one with the ghost, the one with the bats. But I have never seen one with the pumpkins. I was like, well, I don't have one with the pumpkins. I'm gonna get one with the pumpkins. And got it, I did. So I'm really happy about that. Also, at the second Dollar Tree, because the first one didn't have these, I picked up this little fortune teller's hand. Like a little high five. High five! But it has all these fortune teller symbols and thingamajiggies. Had to go through a few of them. They had a black one, but I like the white one with the gold detail. So I had to go through the whole little box that they had to see the one that had the most of the gold details, because some of them just looked like a white hand. Some of them had pieces of paint missing, and this one was the most complete one. They had the gold more in the little grooves and designs there. So pick this one up. This one's $1.50. Happy I picked up that. Then the thing that I needed for my Halloween decor was a couple of chains. I wanted to put like a chained fence to keep the little monsters that come trick-or-treating away from my Halloween display. Last year I set it up, but the chains that I had were a little bit too flimsy and small. I wanted the big old chains that they usually sell at Dollar Tree. The big chain, the plastic chains, or the glow-in-the-dark chains. Unfortunately, they didn't have any. But this, I found these ball and chain ones that I thought were pretty cool, and they'll be pretty cool for another idea that I got two, because you gotta have two ball and chains. So bought that. Bought another one of these $1.50 skulls. So you can't have enough skulls. And yeah, they don't really look like a skull, but I have an idea for a couple of these skulls that I'm gonna do, and that'll work out. And this is something that I didn't buy at the Dollar Tree, but I already had on the back, and I didn't mention it. Picked up this cutesy Let's Get Spooky Ghost pink thing. Again, my eldest gremlin likes this aesthetic of the girly Halloween decor, so love that. And the other knickknacks I bought at Dollar Tree. I bought some sanding paper, the $1.50 pack of 36 different sanding paper pieces, because you gotta have sanding paper when you're working with paint. Some string that I'm gonna use for my Halloween decor. Some wood stain. They started carrying wood stain. And this is really cool for your skeletons. If you wanna give your skeletons a more old look, you use wood stain. And so I picked up that one. Picked up some blacklight reactive white paint. I've never seen blacklight reactive white paint, so picked it up and see if hopefully it's any good. And some black duct tape, because you need duct tape to keep things together when you're setting up your haunt. So yes, indeed, good stuff to have. So that was the Dollar Tree haul. I did hit, this is from two different Dollar Trees, like I said. The first store that we hit was the Dollar Tree, and then went to another one that was a little smaller, but they still had some really cool stuff. Again, the metal signs were the thing that I wanted to get. I got the skeleton one, so I'm super happy about that. Bummed out that I left behind the pumpkin one, because I was stupidly quite sure that I was going to find the pumpkin one at the other Dollar Tree, because I wanted to have things, go to other stores and see what they had, so I didn't blow all my money on one sitting. So I'm kicking myself in the balls and in the butt for leaving the pumpkin behind. But at least I got the skeleton and the witch one, so yay! Mission accomplished. Just needed the chain that I need for my little fence. But hit a couple of more stores, so stay tuned for that. I'm still had some more cheap Halloween stuff that I picked up, and some other stuff that we will talk about. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you, and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.